I stomped him and pulled all his teeth out.
I remember thinking, Jesus, what a terrible thing to lay on somebody with a head full of acid.
But we have a problem. That bastard cashed a bad check downstairs and gave you as a reference. They'll be looking for both of you. Yeah, I know, Lucy, but you can't judge a book by its cover. Some people are just basically rotten. Anyway, the last thing in the world you want to do is call this hotel again. They'll trace the call and put you straight behind bars. No, I'm moving to the Tropicana right away. I think it's a different name. I'll let you know what it is, and, I gotta get off. Well, you have to phone tap, baby. Yeah, I know, it was horrible, but it's all over now. Oh, my God. There's someone at the door. There's someone at the door. Hey! Hey! No! I'm innocent! It was Duke! It was Duke! Well, that's that. That's the last we should be hearing from Lucy, man. She's probably stuffing herself down the incinerator about now. You know what we need? We need some opium.
I remember slumping on the bed. His performance had given me a bad jolt. For a moment, I thought his mind had snapped. That he actually believed he was being attacked by invisible enemies. But the room was quiet again. Where'd you get this?
Never mind, it's absolutely pure.
What kind of monster client have you hooked up with this time?
Satanism freak.
I think there's only one source for this stuff.
Adrenaline gland from a living human body.
I know. The guy didn't have any cash to pay me. He offered me human blood, said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life. Well, he was kidding. So I told him I'd just as soon have an ounce or so of pure adrenochrome. Or maybe just a fresh adrenaline gland to chew on.
I could already feel the stuff working on me. The first wave felt like a combination of mescaline and methadone. Maybe I should take a swim, I thought.
Yes, sir. They nailed this guy for
Child molester.
He swore he didn't do it. Why should I fuck with children, he said. They're too small. Christ, what could I say? Even a goddamn werewolf is entitled to legal counsel. Didn't dare to turn the creep down. Might have picked up a letter opener and gone after my pineal gland. You know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Why not? We should get some of that. Just eat a big handful and see what happens.
Some of what?
Extract of pineal.
Sure, that's a good idea. One whiff of that stuff will turn you into something out of a goddamn medical encyclopedia.
Beautiful fucking tits.
Your hand was swallowed by a watermelon. Probably get about 100 pounds in 2 hours.
Hunter S. Thompson, a friend of yours, you met him late in his life.
Yep.
And we were talking about this earlier. In the literary firmament, contemporary literary firmament, where would we place Hunter S. Thompson?
I mean, for me, I think Hunter is one of the most, without question, one of the most important writers of the 20th century.
Love in and of itself is magic. You know, I was asked, how does love fit into the practice of magic? Whenever we are drawing in that divine substance, when we are inhaling that light, absorbing chi from the universe and using it to manifest the lives that we're wanting to manifest for ourselves, for our loved ones, when we want to heal someone who's sick, when we want to send them healing energy, everything we're sending them is love.
Early this morning, when you knocked upon my door, early this morning, ooh, when you knocked upon my door, and I said, hello, Satan, I believe it's time to go. Devil was walking side by side.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. I'm spaced out, dog. I be on that moon talk. I wonder if God asked Mike how to moonwalk.
You know what I want to do? I want to write a book, and the title of the book is going to be, It's Okay to Tell a Lie. And get away with it. Because that's what all of them are doing.
Well, the legal battle over the sale of a Los Angeles convent is heading to court. One issue pits the Order of Elderly Nuns against the Catholic Archbishop of Los Angeles, who want to sell the property to pop singer Katy Perry. The property sits in one of the most sought-after parts of the LA area. The convent is 60,000 square feet and has over 50 bedrooms. The Sisters of the Most Holy and Immaculate Heart of the Blessed Virgin Mary oppose the sale to the pop star. The nuns say they already made a deal with a local entrepreneur, Dana Hollister, who plans to turn it into a boutique hotel and restaurant.
She's a very nice person. She's lovely. I've never heard of her until this happened. But after she talked at we had a meeting with her, her lifestyle and her philosophy is not goes along with what we teach. This is Sister Catherine Rose. Do you think we could get in?
No, I'm sorry, sister. I can't open the gate.
At 87, Sister Catherine Rose finds herself locked out of her old home and fighting the church she spent a lifetime serving.
Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, as they called him. A lot of the times his peers would see him just walking around the school oval late at night, idle, and he was a bit of a weird kid to some people. But once again, another child that just after he left school, shot out of nowhere and became successful in the industry. And many people even today admire Elvis and they go visit his shrine in the place where it's at, Graceville, I think it is. And yeah, they have pictures of Jesus next to the shrine, and they really believe that Elvis was this amazing spiritual character that teaches us how to be a good Christian person. And the thing is, was that all Elvis proclaimed? Or was there something more about Elvis that we don't know about? Red West, one of Elvis's Elvis had a little group of people that would hang around him, like they were his bodyguards, they were a few other people, they were called, I think, the Memphis Mafia. But Red West, I think, was one of his bodyguards. But Red West goes on to declare he declares with conviction that Elvis possessed some kind of special powers, something like psychic powers. And he said, Elvis proved it to me again and again. Now, there's a very interesting story behind this. Because one day, when Elvis Presley and a few of these Memphis Mafia people were in the car with Elvis, they were driving along, and it was raining down everywhere, like it was a heavy storm, and there was a lot of windy roads, and it was just really heavy kind of stormy conditions. Anyway, someone in the car said something about it, and then Elvis just kind of looked at him for a second, and he goes, hang on a sec, I'll put a stop to this. He then opens the sunroof of the limo, stands up out of it, looks at the clouds, and just goes like this with his hands. And according to the testimonies of everyone that was in that car, this Memphis Mafia, the clouds parted. And all along the road that they were driving, there was just clear and no rain. Now, we know of events in the Bible where a lot of God's people did amazing things, just like Joshua prayed to the Lord and the sun stood still. So maybe Elvis Presley was being used by the Lord. But in order for us to know these things, we need to delve deep into his lifestyle. Because as the Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. So we need to have a look at Elvis Presley's fruits. Because we know that all supernatural powers or things like that either come from two sources. One, it comes from God's side, or two, it comes from the devil's side. So we need to understand, and if this account was true, we need to know whose side this was coming from. Red West says, and he's talking about Elvis here, he likes to be in control. He likes to be a God figure. For many years, with real seriousness, he called us his disciples. Here is a quote by Larry Geller. He goes on to say about Elvis, he didn't think that Jesus was the only begotten Son of God. He thought that all people had Christ in them and had the same potential. Elvis' conception of Jesus Christ differed from the Jesus depicted by modern Christianity. Now, this is very interesting, because now we're starting to have a look and see what the fruits of Elvis Presley were.